Are you wondering if your relationship is over? If you're thinking it, it most probably is. But how to be sure and what can you do about it? You're in luck because today in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 clear signs that your relationship is over. So if you are one of these butterflies that are thinking, that's not me, I've been in a relationship or in a marriage for 20 years. Remember, just because your relationship lasted that long doesn't mean that it's still working. And how to revive your relationship if you want to. So keep an open mind, butterfly. By the way, this is Sandy Z, Madam Butterfly, your success coach. And I'm here to help you heal from any past wounds or unresolved issues so you can find purpose and lasting love, whether it's in a relationship or for yourself. If you're still watching this video, this is a great sign because that means that you do love your partner and you want to make this work. Or you want to know whether this relationship is worth fighting for because both you and your partner are in it for the long run. Or maybe you're just tired to be with a partner that doesn't put the same effort. It's like this relationship doesn't exist anymore and maybe it's not worth it. So, my goal that by the end of this video, you're going to get a very clear understanding and you will know what is the next step to take so you can experience true happiness and inner peace. So before I share with you the 10 clear signs that your relationship is over, I feel the need to share with you how ignorant I was back then in both of my marriages. I didn't know that it was already over. I didn't even pay attention. I noticed, but what I was doing is denying and avoiding instead of facing the truth and doing something about it. And back then, I didn't know anybody who can guide me and help me through it. I was embarrassed to share anything about my marriage, and I really didn't want anybody to judge me, especially the ones that I loved and cared for. And of course, everybody thought I was living the perfect fairy tale. Nothing was wrong. But behind closed doors, different story. So, butterfly, please don't do the same mistakes like I did because you're scared of the truth, or you're embarrassed to tell your family and friends, or you think that things will get better just by hoping and wishing. Yes, I do believe in you making your own mistakes so you can learn from them. But to make yet another mistake and yet another one, that's a waste of your time and your energy. I want you to pay attention to the signs I'm going to share in this video if you want to avoid more pain in the future and if you want to fix the situation and avoid wasting more time with the wrong partner. If you want different results, you have got to change who you are. The person you are today is not going to get you to where you want to be and live the life that you desire. You have to change something about yourself. That starts today. So, the 10 warning signs that your relationship is over. And by the way, if one or more of these signs are present in your relationship, that means you must take action immediately. The first sign is that you feel lonely. There's no communication, there's no connection. Yes, physically you are together in the same house, but spiritually and mentally, you're disconnected and you still feel lonely. You're not sharing thoughts, not spending time together, not engaging in meaningful, beautiful conversations, not even regular conversations. And you might be feeling lonely because your relationship is not working anymore like it once did. You both lost the emotional connection, or it could be because of your unwillingness to be vulnerable with one another. You're not sharing your feelings, you're not telling one another personal things because you feel like it's not safe or that it's a little bit risky. Or you could be comparing your relationship to those couples that you watch on social media that are traveling, they're happy, laughing all the time. But what you don't know is that they're showing their best side to the world. So when you compare without even noticing, you are creating that emotional distance between you and between you and your partner. Or maybe he is doing that. Or you originally got into this relationship because you were lonely and you didn't want to end up alone. Or you look for a partner to fill a certain void that you have been carrying within you for quite some time. And I remember in my first marriage, we got married for all the wrong reasons. He worked all day, leaving me in, yes, a beautiful beach house in a gorgeous city, but I was feeling lonely. I was having more fun talking to strangers. That didn't make me feel lonely. But within the marriage, with my partner, I was feeling all alone. We were not having these meaningful conversations. having that connection that every couple have to have. And of course, that's for so many reasons, but the main reason is that we got married very soon, and it was unthinkable in the eyes of my parents, my family, within our culture, to live with one another unless we are married. So, butterfly, if you're feeling lonely, you have to talk to your partner and take action because this is not normal. You should not feel lonely when you're in a relationship. Sign number two, your trust is constantly broken. And it usually starts by you doubting your partner, feeling uncertain about things. And with time, this evolves to suspicion. Now, the possible reasons for this lack of trust could be lies, hiding things, infidelity, not unfriending women on social media, although you want your partner to, because it doesn't make you feel comfortable or safe, or him maybe just liking other people's pictures or women's pictures, or maybe your partner going for a dinner or lunch with another woman that doesn't make you feel comfortable. And also, when it comes to trust, that's one of the most basic need for a woman, or else you will not feel safe. And when there is a lack of trust, this is going to cause anxiety and fear. That's going to prevent you from having that beautiful connection, that intimacy with the one that you love. So please, butterfly, if there is a lack of trust, speak to your partner immediately. This is a dangerous zone. Trust has to be there. And if you're willing to stay in the relationship, butterfly, you're supposed to be willing to forgive, let go, and move on. And by the way, if you're wondering where I am today, I'm in this beautiful ski resort in Colorado in a place called, I believe it was Mountain Village. It's super cute. So that's why you'll see all these people going back and forth, and you might hear some noises. But it's a beautiful day, and I felt like doing this video for you. Anyways, going back to the signs. Sign number three, you cannot visualize a future with them. You're having somehow different paths. Although in every relationship, you must be going toward the same direction. But somehow you're not on the same page and you feel like you can't support one another because you don't have the same dreams, the same vision, or the same goals as a couple. And you haven't discussed future goals as individuals, but most importantly, as a couple before getting into the relationship. And that is a common mistake that most people do. Not talking about what is that you want, what is it that you don't desire before getting in a serious relationship. This has to be done way earlier. Or you have discussed your goals as a couple, but you stopped revisiting these goals every now and then. And personally, I highly recommend to talk about these goals every week if you can, and if not, every month. You have to revisit all these beautiful dreams that you have been talking about so you know where you're heading in life together as a couple. Because you're not alone anymore, you're not solo, you are with someone else. And another scenario, maybe you went in this beautiful relationship, you had the same goals and dreams, and you've been talking about it, but somehow along the way, something changed. Maybe you have changed as a person. Maybe they have changed and they want something different. So your goals are way different. They're all over the place. So that could be a different scenario. But you're staying in the relationship just for the sake of staying. So please, butterfly, get together and make a decision. Whether you want to stay in this relationship and make it work, or it's just too different for you right now. You want something completely different. Talk about it and take a decision. Please. Sign number four, you prioritize other people instead of your partner. Although you should be prioritizing your partner. That's what makes a relationship strong and very solid. And when you are prioritizing your partner, you're prioritizing your relationship and always working on making it last. You're supposed to be a team. Your partner is supposed to be on the top of your list, number one, before anybody else, because they are your family now. But never prioritize your partner before you. Remember, you have to take care of yourself and make yourself happy. Be completed. So prioritize you. Okay, remember, this is important. Prioritize your partner before anybody else, but prioritize yourself. And when they love you, they're going to understand this. Now, the fifth sign that your relationship is over is that you sacrifice your own happiness. You're always trying to make them happy, doing what they want, what they desire. changing for them and not for you, allowing them to control you, disregard your values, and you feel like you are sacrificing yourself and somehow that you have lost your identity, who you are. And that happens to a lot of people, especially women. When you're in a relationship or marriage, you're doing everything for the other person. You're giving, but you lose who you are along the way. And you take on these roles of a wife, a girlfriend, or a mother, a friend. But who are you? You lose who you are. You forget your desires. Maybe you never discovered them. You don't know what you want. So please don't lose who you are. Don't lose your happiness. You're going to start resenting the other person and you're going to be angry and maybe blaming them for your unhappiness. So if you're feeling this way, talk to your partner and take action. Sign number 6, you are not comfortable being yourself in their presence. This is something I can relate to within both of my ex marriages. And the reasons why you can't be yourself around them, maybe because they're judging you, maybe you're with a narcissist, they're controlling you, they're just not accepting you for who you are right now. So, in a way, you're faking it and eventually feel unhappy. And when you're not being yourself, you're not living the life that you were meant to live, the life that you desire. A healthy relationship is you being able to be yourself and who you want to be, even though you share your life with someone else. And they will love you and support you and will always push you to be your best. So, yeah, there could be a balance of they allow you to be who you want to be, but they motivate you and push you to be your highest self. And this is one of the main reasons why I personally stayed with my boyfriend. We've been together for 7 beautiful years because I can be myself all the time and still yet work on myself to become the best version of myself. So if you're not experiencing this in your current relationship, take some action. Sign number 7, you are not attracted to each other physically. And here, yes, I'm talking about intimacy, the sexual part. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no hope for you, but it's an indicator that something has to be done and something is not right, especially if both of you are not doing something different and you're not trying different approaches. Trust me, physical intimacy is super important. Touching releases hormones, namely oxytocin, and that supports emotions of love and connection. So if you're not attracted to each other this way, this means that there has to be some work to be done, or else it's going to fall apart. And it's possible that your partner may be having an affair, or maybe you are having an affair. And that's a completely different conversation. So if you're not physically or sexually attracted to your partner anymore, please do the talk. I had to sit on the other side because there's a lot of people passing by. So, sign number 8, your partner is abusing you, whether it's mentally, physically, financially, he is abusing you. And that could be maybe his parents abused him when he was a child, or maybe they were narcissistic. And he's not treating you like the partner that you are. Instead, you just want someone to exert power over them and to control them and to tear you down. If you're not sure whether your partner is abusing you or not, I'm going to give you some indicators. He might be treating you like a child to punish. You feel like he's controlling your thoughts, feelings, and even actions. He's forcing you to do things that you don't want to do. He isolates you from the people that you love, from your friends, from your family. And he can even try to turn you against them. And he does that so he can cut off any support system because he knows what he's doing to you. So he wants to make sure there's nobody around you that will help you when the time needed. He insults you or humiliate you, or he calls you names. He could even make you feel crazy or paranoid all the time. He will make you feel guilty. He might even hit you or hurt you physically. He could either remove your control over your own finances, and that will make it harder for you to leave the relationship. Or he would cut off your access to certain accounts. He could even try to make you quit your job. So all of that is going to affect you tremendously. It's going to cause you anxiety, depression, fear, anger, frustration, leaving you feeling embarrassed, maybe, feeling isolated. And this is not love. This is not even respect. And remember, these are 2 important pillars of every relationship. And by the way, this reflects your own love to yourself and your respect to yourself if you're in a relationship like this. Because if you learn to love yourself and respect you. You're not going to be with a partner who doesn't. So, butterfly, please don't allow this to happen to you. If you're in a relationship like this, talk to your partner, and if there's action need to be taken, take it now. Do not wait because you are worth it. Sign number 9 is lack of respect. When they're not respecting your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, your dreams, not even your passions, that is called lack of respect. And also when they're not listening to you when you're talking, they're hearing, but they're not listening. Or maybe they're giving you the silent treatment, that is a big lack of respect. Or when they're doing something that they know that you don't like, but they still do it anyways, like flirting with other women or touching you in areas where you don't want to be touched, or maybe open the door on you while you're doing number 2 and they know that you don't like that. That's a sign of disrespect. When they lie to you all the time, when they interrupt you, when they degrade you in public in front of people, when they criticize you just for the sake of belittling you. And the result is that you might be feeling now frustrated, maybe angry, even with a low self esteem because of this lack of respect. So, butterfly, make sure you set your boundaries and you communicate those boundaries with your partner. And sign number 10, a very important sign, is when your partner is making you feel less than or somehow that you are inferior to them. And yes, this could reflect the way you view yourself. So, if that's the case, then you need to heal and work on any past traumas. But if you do believe in yourself and you have self confidence, but your partner is constantly trying to make you feel less than, or that he knows better than you, or that he's smarter than you, or maybe better looking than you, this is going to make you feel so disconnected, not an equal to them. And there will always be continuous arguments. And no, this is not a healthy relationship or marriage. And by the way, this reflects the fact that your partner doesn't want an equal to love and share a beautiful life with. Instead, he needs someone to possess, control, and even to compete with. By the way, there's a high possibility that your partner might be jealous of you or threatened by you because you're very successful, you're beautiful, or you get a certain attention. So keep that in mind. So your partner is not supposed to make you feel this way. Yes, you shouldn't be feeling this way about you, but if they're constantly trying to make you feel less than, trying to put you down, know that this is not a good sign. Talk to them and take action. Now, let me give you a bonus sign. If you feel bored all the time within the relationship, that is not a good indicator that is going to last, nor that you should stay, unless you and your partner are willing to work on it. Now, if you are bored, that's an indicator that you don't have a purpose to live for, and neither does your partner. So make sure you both have a purpose. And if this is a big word, like, oh, a purpose, how am I supposed to know that? I'm going to give you one. Your purpose is to constantly evolve. Make sure you're growing every single day. Work on your strength, on your skills, learn new things. Make sure you do that, you as an individual, but also within a relationship. Make sure it's not just you that is doing that, but your partner as well. And you will never be bored, and it's going to be a lot of fun and adventurous and filled with passion, with following your dreams and doing the things that makes you happy and very passionate about. So, butterfly, if you're experiencing some of these signs, this is what you need to do. And I'm going to give you a beautiful strategy. So listen carefully. Ask yourself this question. If the trouble goes away between me and my partner, do I still love him? Do I still trust him and respect him? Is there something still important between us? Then I want you to find your why to keep going in this relationship. And when it's very clear and you can see it and understand it, it doesn't matter. The how doesn't matter. The what doesn't matter. When the why is so strong and clear, you can just keep going, no matter the obstacles. And if your relationship is worth fighting for, and both you and your partner want to make it work, and you both are willing to change and develop, then you, my butterfly, can salvage this relationship or marriage. And do yourself a favor. When you communicate to your partner about the relationship and what's going on, please make sure you don't do it for the sake of judging, criticizing, or just attacking them, because that will be the only thing they will focus on. It's going to distract them from finding a solution for the problem. So instead, be patient, understand, and take your time when you're discussing about things. If you're not ready to change and you're not willing to do so, nor your partner is, your relationship is not going to last. So please stop wasting your time and your energy. And why to prolong the misery? Get out! Butterfly, always focus on the depth of the relationship and not the length. And Butterfly, I'm going to help you by sharing with you a free hypnosis that I've created because I want to help you relax, be in the present moment, and have a very clear mind before you take any action, before even communicating with your partner. So please check this hypnosis. I left the link down below this video. I want you to listen to it, enjoy it, feel it. It's going to help you so very much within this beautiful journey. This was Sandy Z, Madam Butterfly, your success coach. And with these videos, I want you to live life with peace, passion, and purpose. I love you all so much and have a magical day.